Yeah. Here we go. Once again, thanks everybody for coming. My name is Noel Booker with Business Credit Builder .us LLC. And what we do at Business Credit Builder is help entrepreneurs and small business owners build their business credit and access funding for their business. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social, but this is a special edition because this is the free money edition. And what I mean by the free money edition is I'm gonna tell you the story throughout the presentation about how I started and learned about business credit. Okay, so here we go. Here goes my detailed information, my contact information. If you notice at the bottom, there are two buttons. This is how you can get a free guide on how to build business credit. You just go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. Also, there's another button down there that says free business credit consultation. And what that is if you are interested in the services that we provide, then this is how you start, by scheduling a free business credit consultation. Throughout the presentation, you'll see that. You'll see those buttons. And at the end, you'll see those buttons. And cool. So let me give you some background. I was born in New York, but I went to Morehouse College, studied accounting. My first job out of Morehouse was with the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company with the corporate accounting. And I've had a couple, corporate accounting jobs, but I've always been entrepreneurial. And I started a company called MediaNet USA. And with MediaNet USA, what we do is accounting and bookkeeping for small businesses. We also do websites, okay? And now we talk about business credit. And how I got to start talking about business credit is that I had a client, right? We're gonna call the client Jay, right? So Jay has a freight company. And I was working for him doing accounting, right? In his office. And I also did websites for Jay, right? So every time he had me do a website for him, for his companies or his clients' companies, then I noticed $250,000 hit the bank, right? So one day I said, Jay, I need to make some money. Can you find something for me to do? He said, this is what you do. Go find a company. We're going to do a deal with the company. And off the deal, you can make some money. I said, all right, let's work that, right? So I found my boy named Philly Phil. Philly Phil had a company that he was just sitting on, wasn't doing nothing, right? And I told him the story about, how I saw the money dropping every time I did a website. And he said, okay, let's try it, right? So we tried it. Jay told me to set up the website just like I did for the other companies, right? And then 6 months later, we went to Chrysler with a $250,000 credit line. We walked out of there with 4 brand new cargo vans. No PG, just fresh brand new vans that we run on Amazon now, okay? So I know business credit works. It can work for you. It can work for anybody, right? But let's go on and show you this and show you how to build business credit. And we're going to continue the story of Jay as we proceed, all right? Okay, so business credit. So before I start, I'm gonna go pretty fast. I got a bunch of information to put in a little bit of time. So make sure you take notes, right? There'll be intervals where I'll stop and ask to see if you have any questions. And you can type the questions in the chat box, or you can open up your mic and ask the questions as we go. Okay, so what is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in the business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score. With an established credit profile and score, the business will then qualify for credit. Okay. This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. Since the business qualifies for the credit, in some cases, there is no personal credit check required from the business owner. The business can use its credit to qualify for revolving credit like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, BP, Walmart, even MasterCard, Visa, American Express. The business can also qualify for credit lines and loans. A credit profile can be built for a business that is completely separate from the business owner's personal credit profile. This gives business owners double the borrowing power as they have both personal and business credit profiles built. Business credit scores are based only on whether or not the business pays its bills on time. A business owner can obtain credit much faster using business credit profile versus their personal credit profile. So building business credit is faster than building your personal credit, okay? Now, with personal credit, there are 5 factors that affect your personal credit. These are the 5 factors. Your payment history, and see how much it affects you. See, your payment history affects your personal credit 35%, right? Utilization, that affects your personal credit 30%. And what utilization is, in case you didn't know, what utilization is how much of the available credit that you have, how much are you using, right? So actually, they only really want you to use about 30% of the credit. Like for instance, let's say you got a $1,000 credit card, right? They really only want you to use $300 of that, okay? They only want you to use about $300 of that 1,000, all right? Okay. Length of credit history is 15%, accumulation of new credit is 10%, and the credit mix is 10%, okay? So that's the factors in personal credit, right? Now with business credit, there's only one factor that affects your business credit, and that is how you pay your bill, your payment history, okay? That's the only thing that affects your personal credit score, all right? So at Dun & Bradstreet, there is what they call the pay debt score. The pay debt score is the score that businesses look at when they're trying to see whether or not you got credit. They look at the pay debt score. The pay debt score goes from 0 to 100, in which if you have a score close to 100, that means you pay your bills early, okay? If you pay your bills on time, then you get about an 80 pay debt score, okay? You get about a 70 if you pay your bills about 14 days beyond the terms of the agreement, and so forth. And a 70 pay debt score is a lendable score, okay? But you need to be at 80 and above, okay? Pay that score, 80 and above. That's where you need to be, all right? Okay, here goes some more benefits. Approval limits are much higher on business accounts versus personal accounts. Per the SBA, credit limits on business cards are usually 10 times higher than consumer credit. When done correctly, business credit can be built without a personal credit check. Notice I said when done correctly, okay? Business credit can quickly be obtained regardless of personal credit quality, and there is no personal credit reporting on business accounts. Most business credit can be obtained without the owner taking on personal liability or a personal guarantee. This means in case of default, the business owner's personal assets cannot be pursued, okay? So if you got a business, you got a loan and you didn't pay it off, if you're a corporation, then they can only come for the assets of that corporation. They can't come for your personal bank account, okay? When a business owner applies for financing, their business credit is reviewed. That's one of the first things they're going to do. If you're a business, they're going to look at your business credit. They don't need to ask you for permission or nothing like that, okay? Not having business credit established will get an owner declined for financing. There are no regulations that require the lenders to notify the business owner for their reason for denial. So most people don't even know why they get denied, okay? Anyone can pull your business credit reports without your permission. Clients, prospects, potential buyers, even competitors can see your business information. This means they can see payment history, high credit limits, number of employees and revenue, past payment performance, and much more. Almost any business can get business credit as long as it has an EIN number and an entity set up, okay? You don't need collateral. You don't need financials. You can even be a startup. You just have to do it in the proper building steps, all right? So building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step, okay? And you cannot skip a step. Okay. All highly successful businesses have business credit, okay? Now, look at this here. This is what you're looking at right now is what anybody can see for free. Anybody can see this for free, all right? You would go to the Experian website, and there's a place on there that you can put your business name and address in, and you can get information like this for any company. This one is for Mars Incorporated. They're in McLean, Virginia. And the piece that I want to bring to your attention is the trade lines. You see that? Trade lines. They got 22 trade lines. So let me go over what a trade line is just so that we are all on the same page, okay? So this is what a trade line is. A trade line is when you go to a company and they give you a credit account, right? With a certain amount of limit. And so when you buy something on credit, which means you have the item and they gave you an invoice so you could pay it, right? So now you have the item, they gave you an invoice, right? And then this comes the time where you're gonna pay that invoice. Now, what happens when you pay that invoice is this company sends a report to the business credit reporting agencies. This report says XYZ company has an account with us and they have access to X amount of dollars of purchasing at our company, right? They made a purchase of such and such a dollars and they paid it off in X amount of days, right? So they send that report to the business credit reporting agency. The agencies put this on your credit report. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. So does anybody have any questions on what a trade line is? And I want to make sure that we're clear on what a trade line is before we go forward, because this is like the basis of building business credit. The more trade lines you have, the better your business credit is. Anybody have any questions? You can type it in the chat box. You can open up your mic, whatever you want to do. Go ahead.
So say like you're starting the Airbnb and you want to get business credit for that. So basically like the furniture and stuff, would you be able to use the business credit for trade lines as far as getting furniture and things like that? Would that be considered a trade line?
Yep.
Is that considered one of the trade lines?
Well, you would go to one store to get
as far as like you'll go to different various of stores, like maybe order off a Wayfair, things like that. Is that considered?
Well, the company that gives you credit, they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies. And that would be one trade line.
Right. They can see that I'm purchasing multiple things. Is that what you're saying? They're going to report that, correct?
That's right. But it has to be a company that reports, right? And that would be one trade line. Let's say you mentioned Wayfair. Let's say Wayfair does report, right?
Oh,
and that would be right. That would be one trade line. Okay.
That's if they report. Just so you want to basically go with somebody that reports business.
Definitely.
Correct.
Definitely.
Okay.
That's the key.
That's something Google, or is that something you can Google?
No.
Or
you would call the company when you set up your account. You would ask them, do they report to the business credit reporting agencies? Or you ask them who they report to, and they'll tell you who they report to. And so the answers would be Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, or Equifax. If they say they report to TransUnion, then that's not it. That's a personal account. They're reporting to your personal, okay? So the business credit reporting agencies just handle business accounts. Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax.
Equifax. Okay, Equifax.
Okay. Now, Experian and Equifax do personal. They have a business side also.
Okay.
Dun & Bradstreet only does business. Okay. Okay, so the next one on the screen here is Publix. Publix has 171 trade lines. You see that? Now, Walmart, bust that out. They got 513. Now, with Walmart, they're the king of business credit. Okay. This is how business is done, right? So what Walmart does is they go to a company like Bounty and says, "Hey, Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper." Now the owner don't go in his pocket, and he don't even call up the accounting department to cut a check. The truck shows up to the store. They put the toilet paper on the shelf. We go in there and buy the toilet paper. They take our money and pay the bill. All right. So then Bounty says, "Hey, you did that good. Here's 5 truckloads." Okay. And they keep doing that over and over again. That's how Walmart does. All right. This is how business is done at the big corporate level. And at the small business level, even at the corner store, when they get a bread delivery, they're not paying for that bread right there. They're counting how many units come in and how many units go out. This is how business is done. Okay. Okay, so where am I? Okay, so how to build business credit for your EIN that is not linked to your social. We're gonna go over. Now, this is not a sales class, even though I sell the services of helping people build business credit. I'm gonna teach you the actual steps, all the steps that are needed to build business credit. All right. This is not like one of those sales classes where they just tell you just enough so you can buy their product, right? I'm gonna tell you all the steps. All right. All right. Here we go. A business starts building a brand new credit profile, much the same as a consumer does. Okay. The business starts with no credit profile. The business gets approved for new credit that reports to the business credit reporting agencies. The business uses the credit and pays its bills timely. A positive business credit profile is established. Okay, that's how you start. Okay, as the business continues using the credit and pays bills timely, it will qualify for more and more credit. Okay, now mind you, this is a step-by-step process. Each step that I'm going to teach you is needed for the next step. So you can't skip steps, all right? No cheat, okay? All right. Now, the first step is what I call credibility. I also call it fundability, how fundable your business is, okay? And I'm also going to say that this credibility piece is the most important piece. This step is the easiest step, and it's the most important step, okay? Okay. Okay, so the perception lenders, vendors, and creditors have on your business is critical to the ability to build strong business credit. Before applying for business credit, a business must ensure it meets or exceeds all lender credibility standards. There are over 20 credibility points that are necessary for a business to have a strong, credible foundation. So you want to start with your business name, basically. It's very important that you use your exact business legal name. Your full business name should include any DBA filings. Ensure your business name is exactly the same on your corporation papers, licenses, and bank statements. You can build business credit with almost any corporate entity type. So when you apply for your business name with the Secretary of State, they're going to ask you to select an entity. If you truly want to separate business credit from your personal credit, your business must be a separate legal entity, not a sole proprietorship or partnership. Okay? So you want to select that your entity is a corporation or an LLC. An LLC means it's a limited liability corporation. Okay? One of those two. If you choose the proprietorship or the partnership, then you'll be personally liable for anything that happens with that business. Okay? You need to be a corporation or an LLC in order to separate personal from business liability. EIN number. I'm not going to say too much about the EIN number because a lot of y'all know about the EIN number. If you don't, you can ask me. But I'm going to tell you the two things that you need to know. right? About the EIN number. The EIN number, one, is needed to build business credit. You cannot build business credit without an EIN number, okay? And number two, the EIN number is absolutely free, okay? So don't go pay for an EIN number, all right? You go to irs.gov, it takes you about 15 minutes to get your EIN number, and they give it to you right then and there, okay? That's what you need to know. If you got any questions, just let me know. Okay. Business address. There are three options when selecting your business address. There's no other options than the three that I'm giving you, okay? The first option is a brick and mortar, okay? That's a storefront. A lot of people can't afford a storefront right off the bat, but you definitely need a place that you can accept packages, okay? The second option is a virtual office. The virtual office, there are many companies that offer virtual business addresses in every city all over the world, okay? And these virtual office companies, they provide you other services. Like you can, when your mail comes in, they can open up the mail, scan it, and then email it to you, right? They also offer offices at their location. And when you get an office, you get access to their business rooms, their meeting rooms, their break rooms. They got a nice plush lobby, and all that stuff, right? But for our purposes, all you need is a virtual office address, which costs as low as $50 a month, okay? The last resort here is your home address. And the reason why the home address is the last resort is because creditors and lenders do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible, right? But this is how they do it. They do it on a case-by-case basis, right? So let's say you're a home stylist and you're doing hair from the house. Well, maybe you could pay that bill doing hair from the house, right? Now, on the other side is let's say you're a trucking company. Well, maybe you can't keep all those trucks at the house. See, they're just trying to see if this is making sense, right? And one thing to know is that on your Dun & Bradstreet credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So a lot of my companies, they don't want to share their home address. They get a virtual address, right? So that's why the home address is the last resort. You need a deliverable physical address. It cannot be a PO box, and it cannot be a UPS address. And I'm gonna tell you, anything I tell you, I know for sure, right? I'm not guessing, all right? You cannot use a PO box. You cannot use a UPS address. Some lenders will not approve and fund unless this criteria is met. Okay, so this is my go-to for virtual office addresses. A lot of my clients get a virtual office address because they don't want to share their home address, right? Which is logical, right? So this is the company I use. To order from DaVinci to get your virtual business address, you would go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors. And on that page, you'll see the DaVinci logo. There'll be a telephone number to call, a person to ask for, and you have to use these instructions, special instructions. When selecting an address with DaVinci, you will want to pick a location with this verbiage. private mailbox number issued required. Okay? Because what happens is this. Da Vinci, they send a form to the post office that gives you a unique address for your business. See, there are some virtual office companies that will give you an address that they gave 100 other companies. You don't want that. That's a red flag to lenders if you have the same business address as 100 other companies. So Da Vinci does it right, and they send in a report, they send in a form to the post office that creates a unique address for your business. Okay? Phone number. You must have a dedicated business phone number that is listed with 411 directory assistance under the business name. Lenders, vendors, creditors, and even insurance providers will verify that your business is listed with 411 National Directory. The toll-free numbers. The toll-free number is not as necessary. The toll-free and the fax number is not as necessary as that local number. The local number is necessary, okay? But when you have this local number that's listed, check, then you have your 800 number and you have a fax number. Now you're looking more like a credible business, okay? This is my go-to for the telephone numbers. Freedom Voice, Vonage, Ring Central. Any one of these companies will serve you properly, okay? Freedom Voice is my go-to though, because Freedom Voice will give you a local number for $9.95 a month. They will, okay, and they will list it for $3 a month, okay? So I figured that I have to at least spend $13 a month for my business telephone number, okay? They will also give you an 800 number and a fax number for under $20 a month, okay? Vonage and Ring Central, they're gonna start you at $25 a month. So I did the research for you. I ain't trying to spend more money than I need to, right? Freedom Voice is the hookup, right? Okay. Fax number. Lenders perceive a credible business as one with a fax number. Sometimes you might need a fax number to fax in your stuff. But just having a fax number and that 800 number just makes it look like, hey, they're actually doing some, they're actually doing something over there. Okay. Website. You know, this is how I started with business credit, with these websites. Not having a website for your business will, not maybe, will get you denied. Lenders verify credibility by checking name, address, phone, fax, about us, and the services and or products. So what the lender is going to do is they're going to go to Google, they're going to put your business name in, and hopefully they find your business. When they do find your business and your website, they're going to skip over that nice, pretty homepage you got and go straight to the contact page. Okay. And that's where they're going to look at your business name, your telephone, and your address. And they're going to double check to see if that's what you put on your application. See, they're trying to catch you slipping right now. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to catch you slipping. All right. So they're going to do that. Go to that contact page and check that phone number and that address. They're going to do that. And you need a business email address. And your business email address cannot be one of the free email services. It is important to get a company email address for your business. It is not only professional, but greatly helps your chances of getting the thumbs up from credit providers. Okay? And it's easy. When you get your website, that's where you get your email, right? Okay. Avoid using free email services like Yahoo or Hotmail. Don't use party chick at Yahoo, right? Y'all know the deal. This is just basic, simple stuff. Basic, simple stuff. But this is the most important step, this credibility piece, okay? So what you want to use is something like your name at yourbusinessname.com. That's what you want to use. You can use support or info at yourbusinessname.com, right? Okay, this is simple stuff. Bank account. You definitely need a bank account. Lenders perceive a credible business as one with a bank account. Businesses have a business bank account, okay? Your business banking history is vital to your business, your future success of being able to secure larger business loans. The date you open your business bank account is the day that lenders consider your business to have started. So if you incorporated your business 10 years ago, but you just opened your business bank account yesterday, then your business started yesterday. Okay? And that's for like down the line stuff, you know. The longer your business banking history, the better your borrowing potential will be. Having a high account balance is essential to obtaining an excellent bank rating. Now, this bank rating stuff, which is a secret bank rating score, this really only applies to when you apply for an SBA loan, okay? So when you apply for a loan with a commercial bank, then they will look at your bank rating, okay? So what you want to do is you try to have your balance above 10,000 for 90 days straight. So if I were to go to apply for an SBA loan, I wouldn't even apply unless I had $10,000 in the bank for 90 days straight. Okay. Licensing. One of the most common mistakes when building credit for your business is non-matching business addresses on your business licenses. So a lot of people got the appropriate license, but the common mistake is that they have an old address, and that will get you denied, okay? Even worse is not having the licenses for your type of business to operate legally. You need to contact the state, county, city government offices and see if there are any required licenses and permits to operate your type of business. State business filing listed correctly, your county license, permits filing listed correctly, your state license and or permit filed listed correctly, your IRS filings listed correctly, okay? Business listings. Take the time to verify that the main agency, state, IRS, bank, 411, National Directory, have your business listed the same way with your exact legal name, okay? So when you get your certificate from the Secretary of State, how they have your business name listed there is how you want to spell your business name every single time you provide it to anybody. So if you got the dashes in there, then you need to have the dashes in there. It needs to be exactly how it is on your Secretary of State certificate, okay? Also take the time to ensure every bill you get, power bill, phone bill, landlord, etc., has the business name listed correctly and comes to the business address. Okay. Okay, that's the first step. Anybody got any questions on credibility? That's what we went over just now. The credibility of your business, which is the basic setup of your business. Anybody got any questions on that? Okay, we got a question in the chat. Let's see what we got. Latia, I hope I said that right. What about if your business relocates? Would you have to repeat the process? Okay, Latia, if your business relocates, changes address, that's normal. You would have to go back to the Secretary of State and change your address. Every place where your business name is, you need to make sure the address is correct. Now, when you apply for a loan or an account, that's when it needs to line up. When you apply that day or the next day, they are going to look at the Secretary of State. They're going to look other places at your business, and it all needs to line up when they check it, right? Even at the IRS, when you get your EIN number, you give them an address for your business. At your bank account, you give them an address for your business. Every place, your website, every place where your business name is, it needs to have the right address. So you just need to go back and change the addresses. Okay? Hope I answered that question. Any more questions before we go to the next step? And remember, each step is needed for the next step. Everything I mentioned in this step here, the credibility step, is needed. You can't skip this stuff. Okay? Okay. Cool, Miss Latia. All right. The next step is understanding your business credit reports. Okay? Remember, you can't skip these steps, right? The thing to know in this step here is that there are 3 major business credit reporting agencies: Experian, Dun & Bradstreet, and Equifax. You will first want to get a copy of your business credit reports to see what is being reported. Well, when you go fill out an application, they're going to look at your report. They don't have to ask you permission. They're going to look at it. That's the first thing they're going to do. This business is applying for credit. Well, they're thinking to themselves, well, how does this business pay bills? They go to your business credit report. They don't have to ask you permission. Okay? And if they deny you, they don't have to tell you why they denied you. So that's why those first steps, the credibility steps, are important, right? Also, with these business credit reports, is when you actually start getting your trade lines, and you make a payment, like you get an invoice, you pay that invoice. Now you want to make sure that they report to the business credit reporting agencies accurately and timely. So that's why you need to be able to pull your business credit reports. You got to keep up with your business credit reports. Okay? So you can track your payments, make sure they're doing it right. Because these companies, they're in the business of making a sale. They're not in the business of sending your report. They don't care if your trade line gets sent. Sometimes they don't do it timely. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes they don't do it at all. So that's why you need to pull your business credit reports. Okay? You can go to this website right here, businesscreditbuilder.us/reports, and you'll see these 3 logos. And these logos are linked to the company's respective websites, to a place where you can put your business name and address in, and you can find out if you have a file with these companies already. You can do that for any company for free. Okay. Okay. So that's what you need to know about business credit reporting. Okay. The 3 business credit reports. Anybody got any questions on that step before we move forward? Okay. That one was pretty simple, right? But it's what you need to know. I'm gonna give you what you need to know. All right. Who got a question? Anybody? All right, let's run it. Now the next step is obtain vendor accounts. This is where we actually start doing something. You see what I'm saying? We actually gonna start doing something now. All right. A business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is, with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial cards in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. Okay. And it's hard to get these accounts because, one, you have to find a business that's going to give you credit when you have no credit. That's hard. All right. And 2, they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies. Only 10% of all businesses even report to the business credit reporting agencies because they're under high restrictions and guidelines to even be able to report. Okay. A vendor line of credit is when a company extends a line of credit to your business on different terms. The most popular term is net 30, which means they're going to give you a little bit of credit, and when you buy something on credit, you have to pay the total balance in 30 days. Hence the term net 30. Right? So that's what you want to find, these net 30 accounts. Okay. You can get products and services for your business needs and defer the payment on those for 30 days, thereby easing cash flow. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing. Simple stuff, right? Simple. Here are some vendors who will approve you for credit even if you have none now. Quill, Barnett, Uline. I got a new one that is on my website. If you go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, there's a new one. I think it's called Maverick, and they like do office supplies, right? So Maverick is one. That's a new one that I just added. Okay. And these companies, they change their requirements regularly. So the list of starter vendors that I have now is different than the list that I had last year because they change. And, you know, the COVID thing, that affected these net 30 accounts. So less companies even do it now because of COVID. Okay. So what happened with COVID was, you know, companies was going out of business, and, you know, business slowed up and stuff, and they was being late with these payments. So these companies said, hey, we're not going to do that no more. You see what I'm saying? So some of these changed the way that they do that. All right. And they do that regularly anyway. Okay. But you have to make sure that the starter vendors, any vendors that you have, reports to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay. Always apply first without using your social. Some vendors will request it, and some will even tell you on the phone that they need to have it, but submit first without it. Pay your net 30 accounts in full and on time. You must be patient and allow time for the vendor's reporting cycles to get into the reporting systems. It typically takes about 3 cycles of net 30 accounts to be reported. Okay? Most merchants and most retailers do offer business credit. They just don't advertise it. There is no benefit to the merchant to promote credit with no personal liability if the business owner is willing to take on the personal liability. So they don't promote their business credit cards and regularly ask for a social. Some vendors will require an initial prepaid order before they approve your business for net 30 terms. So some companies like Uline, if you have nothing on your business credit report and you're starting fresh, they might ask you to do a couple transactions first. Pay for a couple items first before they give you these net 30 account. Okay. You need to have a total of 5 net 30-day pay accounts reporting. You need 5 of these starter vendors. And these starter vendors are required so you can set up your profile so you can get to the next step. So have 5 of them. That's why I got this car. You see the car? The car got the number 5 on it. Now check out the smoke. You see the smoke on the car? But check out his face. His face is like, yo, I got credit. We rolling. All right? So that's how you get started. You need net 30 accounts. You need 5 net 30 accounts. And that's how you get started. Okay? That's how you jumpstart this B-League. After 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. They give you a minimum amount to pay, just like a credit card, right? Revolving account approvals will begin coming in from stores. Store revolving credit must be obtained before the business owner starts getting Visa, MasterCard, American Express type cards. Most stores will not approve a business owner for business credit unless the owner has an established credit profile and score, just like in the consumer world. Vendor accounts must be used first to establish a profile and score. Then store credit can be obtained. Okay? Remember I said this is a step-by-step process. These revolving accounts, they need you to have credit. If you have no credit, they're not going to give you an account. That's why you need those net 30 accounts first. It usually takes about 90 days or less to establish a score and profile with trade lines. So it should take you about 3 months to do those 5 net 30 accounts. I'm gonna be real. I'm not saying this is a fast process. It takes a little time to do this, okay? Most stores do offer business credit, including Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, Chevron, Racetrack, and a whole bunch more are in the revolving stage. So in this stage, there's a bunch of them, and it's easier, right? The net 30s ain't that easy, but the revolving is pretty easy once you got your net 30 set up, okay? You definitely need them net 30s before you even get to this step. Remember I said, building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. There's no skipping steps. You can see that, right? Once 10 accounts All owner credit and owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, American Express. But you need 10 trade lines, all right? Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest limit account on the business credit report. So try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a high $10,000 limit. It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise the credit limits. Okay? You have to talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. And this is involving the revolving accounts. Okay? So you would pick one of these revolving accounts, use it more often, and then you call them and ask them to raise your limit. All right? I see we got a question coming in there on the chat box. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is the direct message. Will we receive a recording tonight? I was working and trying to take notes. Okay, there will be a recording on my YouTube. I don't know if I'll put it up tonight, but in the next day or two, it'll be on my YouTube channel. So you can find my YouTube channel by going to my website, which is businesscreditbuilder.us, and there's a YouTube button there. It'll take you right to my YouTube channel, okay? And y'all should be on my list, so you should get the notification. So make sure y'all go to the YouTube channel, you subscribe, right? And then you select the thing for the notifications, and that's how you know when something is posted up there, right? And make sure you comment when you do get there. Make sure you comment and like the videos. That helps me out some. You all know the routine, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And that was from N. I don't know if that's a lady or a man. Okay. All right. You know, mostly women come in these classes though. For some reason, you know, men ain't trying to get no knowledge. That's why women are on top nowadays. Women got the jobs and women are making the money. Women are making the moves out here now. Okay, now I'm gonna go over where you could get, where you go if you need money, all right? Why capital is important. 1 out of 5 businesses fail within their first 5 years. Within 15 years, 75% of all businesses fail. And that's per the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Okay. Per the SBA, the 2 most common reasons for failure is management issues and insufficient capital. With money, you can make more mistakes and fund your business instead of using your personal funds and profits to do so. See, you know, these corporate guys out here, they don't use their personal money. They don't use their personal nothing to do their business. Let me give you a quick example, right? Let's say you got $100,000. You're sitting on $100,000, right? And now you got this good business idea. And you're gonna go use your $100,000 to start your business. The statistics say 75% of all businesses will fail. I've had a few that failed, okay? So that statistic is probably correct, right? So if you use your $100,000 and you failed, you just out of $100,000. If your business borrows $100,000 and you fail and you can't pay it back, they can only come for the assets of your business. They can't come, hold on. They can't come for your personal assets, okay? They can't come for your personal assets. They can only come for the assets of the business. That's why we told you to incorporate from the beginning, okay? So boom. So Does anybody know of anybody that applied for SBA loan? So see what the deal is this, right? At the commercial bank, they offer businesses an SBA loan because this is guaranteed. They don't have many options for businesses to loan businesses money. They have options to loan you personally money, but the options they have for business is 80% of the time is going to be an SBA loan. And the reason why they're going to offer you this SBA loan is because if you don't pay that SBA loan back, they still get paid. Okay. Demi, I see you got a question there. Yes, this will be, and I just answered this question also, but this will be recorded and put on my YouTube channel. So you go to my website, which is businesscreditbuilder.us, businesscreditbuilder.us, and there's a YouTube logo. It'll take you to my YouTube channel. All right, bet that. All right, yeah, because you missed the good part, but now we're coming up to the good part. Okay. You must have excellent current and projected financials. Oh, hold on. I skipped some. To get approved for an SBA loan, you need to have good personal credit, good business credit, and bank credit. Okay. All of those need to be near perfect. You must have excellent current and projected financials, tax returns, bank statements, resumes, and business plan, background check, and collateral to get approved for an SBA loan. Okay. Now, only 98% of all business loans do not come from the bank, though. All right. There are alternative lenders that will lend to businesses. Okay. Over $6.7 billion will be lent to small businesses this year. But most of this money will not come from the big banks. The real problem is not the lack of available credit and money, it's that business owners don't know where or how to get it. Okay? Now, we're going to go over the 3 ways to get funding that your bank won't tell you about because they don't offer this stuff. Okay? N has a question. I saw where you spoke on not having a UPS address. If I have a UPS address connected to my EIN currently, will that hurt me? Yes, it could hurt you. It could hurt you. So like I said, that basic information, that basic setup information all has to be consistent every place. Starting from your Secretary of State. When you apply for your LLC or your corporation, they send you a certificate from the Secretary of State with your business name and address. And that's the address that they're looking for. And it has to be correct every place. Your Secretary of State, your EIN, your bank account, your telephone number. When you list your telephone number, they ask you for your address. That has to match up. Your website on the contact page, got to have the right stuff. It don't have to be right before you apply, but when you apply, all that stuff needs to line up exactly line up. So if you got a dash in your name, all that stuff, because it's most likely a computer that's trying to match it up. And if it don't match up exactly, then they could deny you and they don't have to tell you why. All right. I'm sorry. And also says, I'm sorry if my EIN and Secretary of State has a UPS address, do I need to change it? Yes, you do. you do need to change it to the one of the three options I provided earlier in the presentation. If you missed that, you just check out the YouTube when I posted up on YouTube. But the three is a brick and mortar, a virtual office address, or your home address. And I spoke about that earlier, so check that out. So let's continue. Only got a few more minutes left. We're gonna get out of here, all right? I like to go over the time. 3 ways to get funded that your bank won't tell you about. Okay, I'm gonna go through these pretty quickly because I'm running out of time. Okay, cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. These are cash advances that look at your bank account management for approval. If you have more than $10,000 in deposits per month, you can get approved. Just like that. You don't need credit. You just need cash flow. All right. So let me go back over the 3 C's. The 3 C's of funding, right? I'm gonna stop for a second to go over the 3 C's, right? So the 3 C's of funding, there's 3 C's: credit, cash flow, or collateral. If you have all 3 of these, then you can possibly get approved for an SBA loan. All right. If you have 3 of them, so with an SBA loan, you need all 3 of the 3 C's. If you have 2 of them, then you can possibly qualify for a term loan or an equipment loan, something like that. If you have 1 of them, depending on which one of the 3 C's that you do have, then there are options that you can have. Like this one is cash flow financing. This is cash flow. If you have cash flow, then you can get approved with cash flow funding, right? If you have none of these 3 C's, then that's when you start building business credit, okay? So this cash flow financing, right? This is for existing businesses. This ain't for the startup business, evidently, because you need $10,000 in deposits each month. And that's what a business does, okay? A business has deposits every month, all right? So if you have $10,000 in deposits each month, then you can qualify for cash flow financing. If you have $5,000 in deposits using credit card payments, then you still qualify for some money, okay? But like I said, cash flow financing isn't for everyone. It's for businesses already in existence, and it's for businesses that they're in a bind. They're in a bind, and they need some money like right now. Like they need their payroll Friday, or they got a piece of equipment that went down, and they need some money like right now. This is what they do. Cash flow finance is expensive. And like I said before, these companies out there, they never use their own money. They always borrow the money. And they don't mind spending some money in order to get access to money, all right? So this one, and when they lend you money, the cost to lend the money, the interest, varies on your risk. So they're gonna measure your company's risk to determine your interest rate. Every company is different, right? But one thing about these cash flow financing is that it's easy to get to. It is expensive. It's not for everybody, right? Okay. Collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral to offset what you are borrowing. Even as a startup with bad credit, you can still secure collateral financing if you have collateral, okay? Rates are low. So it don't cost that much interest for this collateral-based financing because they know they could get their money back because you done pledged something to offset what you lent, okay? Here are examples of collateral-based financing. Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable is also known as factoring. So remember at the beginning of the story, I told you about my client, Jay. Jay has a freight company. Jay financed his business using factoring accounts receivable. So he has a trucking company. He has a truck, go make a delivery. Then he invoices for that delivery, but it takes him about 30 days to get the money. With factoring, he gets his money in 24 hours. So this is not for every business either. You have to be a business that can sell your invoices. You batch and sell your invoices. Or if you have an accounts receivable, right? You got companies that owe you money, then you can get a loan based on what people owe you. Okay. Purchase orders. Purchase orders is for people that have government contracts. Okay. If you have a government contract, that's like straight money to the right alternative lender. A government contract don't mean jack to the corporate, to the commercial banks, but the right alternative lender sees that as straight money because they know them government contracts pay, right? They know they're going to get paid. Okay, stocks, bonds, 401ks. If you have any of these type of investments, then you could get a business loan like your 401k, right? What you can take out of your 401k, you can get in a business loan. And your 401k keeps doing whatever it's doing. It stays intact. You can get a business loan on whatever you can take out. Okay. And you know what a 401k is that you at work, you work and they take out money out your check and they send money to these different companies and they use your money to go make money. Okay. So this is a good idea. You'd use your 401k money for you to start your business. Okay. Revenue lending, that's the same as cash flow financing. Inventory and equipment. So if you have inventory and equipment, real estate, if you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. Okay. If you're an insurance agent, they have what they call a book of business. That's your list of clients. With your book of business, you can get a business loan. To a lender, that's potential revenue. Okay. Okay, here goes the third one is unsecured credit. Unsecured credit-based financing is a great way to get money for your business if you have good personal credit now or know a guarantor that does. Okay, so in order to build business credit, you don't need good personal credit. But if you do have good personal credit, then you have access to more funding. This is one of them. This is one of the options. So if you do have, but my clients that use this option, we use this as a strategy. We don't want to mess up the personal credit. But if you're a brand new business, you can start your business using this and help fund your business. Okay? You need a score of at least 680 or above. All right? You can secure credit up to 5 times what your highest revolving limit account is now. So they look at your personal credit. It has to be 680 or above. And they look at your revolving accounts. Your highest revolving limit, they will match 5 times on 5 credit cards. Cash credit cards, but you can pull out straight cash, right? Up to $150,000. So they match it. So as an example, let's say you got a Home Depot card on your personal, right? It got $30,000 on it. So what they will do is look at that $30,000 and they go get 5 credit cards with $30,000 on it. Okay. And that closes in 3 weeks. So this is like the lick right here for new businesses. Okay. Okay, so these unsecured credit, the rates are usually 0% for the first 6 to 18 months. This is no doc funding, so even startups can qualify for this. Accounts report to the business credit reporting agencies. That's crucial right there. Okay. With this, you get approved using your personal, but when you make a payment on these credit cards, it reports to the business credit reporting agencies, which means you're building up your business credit faster. You got those 5 net 30s, and then you got these 5 business credit card accounts reporting. So now you're getting up to 10 trade lines fast. Remember I said you need up to 10 or more trade lines to even start, right? So that's the move, right? There are other alternative financing available, okay? Like private money. We have, see, my company is like a broker. We have hundreds of legitimate lenders, right? We already have situations, right? So we are building up your business credit so you can qualify for situations we already have for you, okay? So we have private money, people that's just sitting on stacks of money and just trying to look for a good idea to lend money out to. There is venture capital and equity financing, which is like the Shark Tank guys, where they lend you money, but they take a piece of your business, right? There's crowdfunding. You know about crowdfunding, right? You can also get specialized funding to buy equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. So this is the free money edition, right? So check it. Here goes the story about Jay, my client, that was getting free money, right? At the beginning of this broadcast, I told you about how I started, right? Now, so what I found out Jay was doing was he was getting equipment loans to buy trucks, okay? Equipment loans to buy trucks, which is equipment, right? So Jay, he's advanced at this, right? So what he would do is he'd have a company that's his freight company. He'd have another company that's his truck sales company. So one company is a freight company that they need trucks. The other company is a company that sells trucks. So he gets get a loan to buy a truck, to buy trucks, okay? And then when he gets the loan, when they cut the check to the sales, the truck sales company, which is his own company. So this is how he's getting free money, because he has it set up so that he don't even pay that bill. And when he defaults on that loan, they only come for the assets of that business. And he got it such a way, don't touch him. That's how he's getting just free money every time, $250,000, free money. He didn't have to pay that back. He just keeps moving. And this guy has about 4 or 5 of these deals on his table at any given time. This is how I found out about business credit. When I seen him doing this, which is kind of shady, right? It's like, it's legal, but it's like not moral, right? So I don't teach that. I teach you how to build your business credit properly so that you can get money for your business. That's what I wanted to do. I want to get money for my business. I don't have to go through all that shady stuff. He was one of them shady guys. That's what he did. That's how I found out about business credit. All right. He's just getting $250,000 every lick. Don't have to pay it back. Straight cash. You see what I'm saying? Free money. That's how I know. Say that again.
So what? They're not taking the trucks or the vans that he's purchasing though, or
They come back for the assets of the business. Once he default, they come for the trucks. But he still
right?
got the money.
He still got the money, right? I see what you're saying.
He
Yeah,
still got the money.
he still got the money. They can take the truck, but he still got the money
Right. He's riding a brand new Escalade every year.
every year.
You
Hey,
see? And this is how I found out about business credit. So that's why I do these
right,
webinars now. I teach you how to do it for real, for real. This is the way to do it. Step by step.
exactly.
No skipping steps. You see? So he's advanced at this. I don't teach y'all how to do that, right? But I teach you how to really do it for real. All right. I ain't trying to do that. I'm trying to see the Most High at the end of the day. So, so that's the free money part. That's how he getting free money. That's how I learned about business credit. And I know it works. So if you know how the system works, you use it to your advantage. Step by step, you build up your business credit, your trade lines. When you show a lender that you have a track record of paying on time, your business is paying on time, then you can get credit. That's what this is. You're showing a lender that you can pay a bill on time by having trade lines that's reporting. That's how you do it. All right. That's the real way to do it. All right. Now, how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place. The Business Finance Suite, Business Credit Builder, is powered by the Business Finance Suite. On my website, I have video testimonials at the bottom of every page. This is one of my clients, Brian. He's in New Jersey. Check out his video up there. I got other clients as well that tell you how they did, right? The ultimate solution to Business Credit Builder, and we're getting ready to get out of here. The easiest and the fastest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. It's a simple solution. This is what you get. You get business credit for your business that's not linked to your social through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting-edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. What that means is when you build business credit with us, we build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors. Each tier will give you about 15 vendors, and we'll say, pick 3 of these. When you look at these vendors that we give you their underwriting guidelines, okay? Which saves you time, because if you did this on your own, now you're just throwing darts at companies, right? You're just throwing darts at companies to see if they report, to see if they're going to give you credit, right? We have the companies already set up. We already know which companies are going to give you credit. We give you exactly what you need to approve. If you did this on your own, you'll call up a company and say, hey, do y'all report? Do y'all provide credit to businesses? And then what they're going to say is, hey, fill out this application and I'll tell you if you get approved. We're going to tell you what you need to get approved beforehand. Saving time. Time is money. Okay, you can get access to discounted business credit reports. You get a free DUNS number. You get the largest supply of startup vendors to start your business credit. Starter vendors is hard to find. We have a staff that's only doing this, just getting starter vendors, because these vendors change month by month. They change, okay? They change their criteria to get approved. So who knows what's available, right? We always have that updated all the time. You get access to cash flow financing for funding. You get access to collateral-based, unsecured financing, private money, alternative SBA, vendor capital. Okay, so bust this. All my clients that get the core package, they get their own control panel that is customized to your business. In this control panel, now what you're looking at right now is like my reseller. So you won't have all these buttons on the left. You'll have a button that says build my business credit. right? And then you go into there and then you see the steps to building business credit. We're going to take you step by step through every single detail, right? So when you go into each step, we give you the instructions. So like the first step there says business name, right? So each step, we're going to give you instructions. We're going to have a video to explain the step to you. And if you still can't figure it out, then we're going to have an advisor that you can call or email to help you figure out this step. So you're not doing this alone, right? Every single step, the way you're supposed to have it done, right? So when you get to the vendors, and we give you the vendors, this is an example of a vendor. This is for Racetrack. We give you all the information that you need to know about this vendor. This one, this is Racetrack. They report to Dun & Bradstreet. You have to know who they report to, right? This reports to Dun & Bradstreet. It's a revolving account, okay? We give you the telephone number, the fax number, a description of what they sell, and then how to qualify. To qualify for a Racetrack, you need an EIN number, you need a DUNS number, you need a pay debt score of 78 or better. Remember I told you that 70 is lendable, 80 is where you need to be, okay? Preferred 3 years in business, business entity, you need your business phone listed with 411. Boom. I done told you all that. I done told you all how to do this. Right? So you know when to apply for this and when just to skip over, go to the next vendor, right? Then we have a button on there that you can apply right there, or we tell you exactly how to apply for this account, right? Each account, okay? Here goes one of my clients, Christine. She's not the normal client though. She got all of these approvals in 6 months without using her social. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, Tractor Supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6,000, BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew. This is over $250,000 in business credit. Okay. Look at this. Now look at PNC. That's a line of credit. You see that? That's a bank. But in order to get to PNC, she had to have all these other trade lines set up. You see? You can do it too. You just got to go step by step. You can't be skipping steps. You can't be cheating. Right? You can do it. All right? Okay. In our core package, you get your business credit advisors who offer concierge service for 12 months to help build and grow. You get your business finance officer. See, once you got your business credit set up, then we have the finance team. The finance team is going to match you up with the lenders who will fund you. And they'll go over every single detail of the situations for you, what the interest is, how much they give you, what the payments would be, how long will the payments be? They give you all those, and then you can make an educated decision on which funding to get to. It's not that the money is not out there. The money's there. There's a whole bunch of money out there for businesses. You just have to know how to get to it. It's a step-by-step process. We're not just going to run up and go get some money. We got to do these steps. All right? I'm just being for real. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. We're not just going to go run and go get some money if we start from scratch, right? That's how it goes, all right? So here's a quick summary before we get out of here. You get your own business finance suite control panel, discounted business credit reports. Oh, I didn't tell you about the discounts, right? So when you go to these business credit reports, reporting agencies, they're going to charge you about $100 to access your business credit reports. And I told you already how important it is to have access to your business credit reports. They charge you about $100 a month for each one of them. Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, that's a bunch of money. But with us, when you do business with us, we charge you $25 a month so you can access to all 3 business reporting agencies. All right. And you need that. Okay. You get your free DUNS number. You get your free Experian Smart Business Access, largest supplier of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral-based, unsecured, and private money sources. It'll typically take you about 18 to 24 months. But if you do it with us, it should take you about 12 months to do this. So everybody's going to take a different amount of time, right? Some people can do it less. Most people do it in more time. I'm just being real. All right. It takes you some time to do this. There's times to act and there's times to just sit back and marinate. All right. We save you time. So I got 2 packages, right? The core package, that's what I already told you about. You get your control panel, right? You get your control panel and all of that, right? Just like I explained to you. You get your advisors, you get step-by-step, the videos, all that stuff, right? Now, the business credit program is a one-on-one consultation with me because this one is less expensive. The one-on-one consultation is less expensive, right? Not everybody can afford the core package. That's why I created the business credit program, right? Okay, so here goes the rundown. Get started today as part of this seminar, and you can get started with a huge discount on your premier enrollment plan. This package usually costs about $4,400. My plan only costs $29.95. Now, today I have a certificate from corporate that gives me the ability to give you $500 off, but I only have 1 certificate. So the first person to call or set up will get that. Every day they get used up. Some days I don't have these $500 certificates to get to him. Today I got 1. So the first person to call up, 404-500-9687, or you can schedule a business credit consultation. The first one to do that gets access to this $500 off certificate, all right? And that gets you in the core package. That's where you need to be because it has access to the finance team, okay? Now, the business credit building package is a one-on-one consultation for 1 year with yours truly. I sit down with you for 1 year and help you build your business credit, just me and you. 1 year. This usually costs $2,500. My price is $9.95. This is a steal. You ain't gonna find nobody else to do this, okay? You can get started today with a $400 down payment and make 3 easy payments of $195. Okay. If you do the single payment option, you save $250 right there off the rip. So you pay $750 one-time payment, you save money. All right. Boom. Now, let's say you can't afford all of that. I got ebooks that start at $10, right? This one here is the vendors to build business credit. That's $50. Then I got a full book. This one is 120 pages. Business credit decoded. It teaches you everything you need to know about business credit. Then you got the perfect credit. That's for personal credit. Okay? It's only $10. What? I'm trying to make it happen for you. All right. All right. So go to /ebooks for that one. Right now, bust it. My blog. Right. Check it out. businesscreditbuilder.us/blog. Let's say you can't even afford that $10. There's been days I couldn't afford the $10, so I ain't mad at you. Go to my blog. There's a whole bunch of information for free. I can't even put in these webinars. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I already taught you all the steps. Go to the blog. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there. I'll give you the rundown for the free. All right. You can also sign up for the any one of the social medias that you get down with, right? Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Just go to the website. Go to find my my YouTubes. all my social medias. You get all that info, right? So how you get started is you schedule a business credit consultation, right? This is how you get started. businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. Schedule an appointment, we get you going. In the consultation, we go over where your business is now, where you're trying to go with your business, and then I'll show you how to get there. And that's how you get there, right? So you can call, you can email, you can schedule your free business credit consultation. You make sure you get your free guide on how to build business credit. All right. So we got a whole bunch of free stuff. Any questions, anybody? I'm done for the night. Any questions? If you
But what if
came
you
in,
already have your LLC, but you haven't started the business?
then I'm gonna check your LLC to make sure you set it up right.
Okay.
All that beginning stuff, we're gonna go back over that. If you get down with me, I'm gonna go back over all that stuff. Because all of my clients that say, yeah, I got all that stuff set up. But when I go back over that stuff, there's a little adjustments. Everybody got a little adjustments to make on that simple stuff. On that simple stuff is crucial. Okay, really crucial. I don't even start building business credit, as you see in the steps. We don't even start doing the business credit building until all them I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And everybody got. Go ahead.
Now, do y'all have a format where y'all help people with the LLCs and stuff, or that's all in the package?
Oh yeah. I got a package for that too. Yep.
For the LLCs too.
Yeah. I got a package for that. Just schedule a consult and we get you going. Whatever you need, I'm gonna help you out. And if I can't help you out, I'm gonna let you know. I'm not one of them to tell you, yeah, I can help you, and then take your money and stuff like that. I don't need money like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you if I can't help you, right? If I don't know something, I'm gonna let you know I don't know it. But if I tell you something, I know it for real. All right. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody. What's your name again, Miss Woods? Thank you for your questions. You're the only one that's talking today. So
yeah.
Everybody else just taking it in.
Course, I'm just familiar, but you explained it much better than the person that I actually paid to go through. But I'll call you. We'll talk about it.
This is how we get down. I tell you the real is real. The real recognize the real. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down. Talk to y'all later. Thanks everybody for attending. Make sure you check out the YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, all that. Peace and chicken grease. Word. Ha.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Later. Peace. Student, what up? Yeah. I hope this was helpful to y'all. You know what I mean?
For me, it was.
All right. Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Happy holidays and all that Christmas cheer and stuff. Y'all have a good evening. Peace.